Every single night, thousands of seniors over 60 go to bed not knowing their heart is ticking like a time bomb. No chest pain, no warning signs, just silent damage happening while they sleep. And here's what's terrifying. By the time most people feel symptoms, their arteries are already 70 blocked. Heart disease doesn't knock on your door. It breaks it down when you least expect it. The truth? Heart disease is still the #1 killer of seniors, taking more lives than all cancers combined. And Big Pharma? They're making a fortune. Statins, blood thinners, beta blockers, billions of dollars in medications that manage symptoms but never address the root cause. Some companies even fund studies designed to keep you on pills for life instead of revealing the simple foods that could clean your arteries and strengthen your heart naturally. But here's what they don't want you to know. Your heart isn't a lost cause. Certain foods contain compounds that literally dissolve plaque, reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, and make your heart pump stronger. And the shocking part? Most seniors over 60 are avoiding these exact foods because of decades of bad advice from the very industry that profits from your illness. In this video, we're revealing the 4 heart-healthy foods that doctors actually beg seniors to eat before it's too late. And number 2, it's so powerful that researchers found it reduced heart attack risk by 31 in just 12 weeks. Yet almost no one over 60 is eating it because they've been told it's dangerous. Every study, every source, every fact is linked in the description below. Before we dive in, quick question. How old are you, and do you have any family history of heart disease? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one personally, and yes, I reply because your stories and concerns drive what we create next. Now, without any further delay, let's start with number 4. And I promise, this one food alone could be the difference between a long, active life and becoming another statistic. Number 4, dark leafy greens. The nitric oxide powerhouse, one of the most powerful yet criminally underrated heart-healthy foods for seniors is dark leafy greens. Spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, arugula. These aren't just vegetables, they're medicine. And here's why they're absolutely critical for your heart after 60. Dark leafy greens are loaded with something called dietary nitrates. Now, don't confuse these with the bad nitrates in processed meats. These are natural, beneficial compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide? It's like a miracle molecule for your heart. It relaxes and widens your blood vessels, allowing blood to flow smoothly, reducing blood pressure, and taking enormous strain off your heart. Here's the problem. After 60, your body produces 50 less nitric oxide than it did at 30. Your blood vessels become stiffer, narrower, less flexible. Blood pressure climbs. Your heart works harder just to do the same job. This is why so many seniors develop high blood pressure seemingly out of nowhere. It's not age, it's nitric oxide deficiency. A groundbreaking study published in the journal Hypertension followed 27 adults with high blood pressure. They drank a cup of beetroot juice, rich in the same nitrates found in leafy greens, every day for 4 weeks. The results? Their systolic blood pressure dropped by an average of 8 points. Their blood vessels became 20 more flexible. Some participants were able to reduce their blood pressure medication under doctor supervision. Meet Harold, 72. His blood pressure had been creeping up for years, 140/90, then 150/95, then 160/98. His doctor kept increasing his medication, but Harold felt awful, dizzy, tired, no energy. A nutritionist suggested something radical. Eat a massive salad with dark leafy greens every single day. Harold was skeptical. How could lettuce fix high blood pressure? But he committed. Every lunch, a huge bowl of spinach, kale, and arugula with olive oil and lemon. Within 3 weeks, his home blood pressure readings started dropping. By week 8, he was consistently at 130/85. By week 12, 125/80. His doctor was stunned and agreed to lower his medication dose. Greens had done what pills alone couldn't. The mechanism is elegant. When you eat dark leafy greens, the nitrates are absorbed in your gut. Beneficial bacteria convert them to nitric oxide, which enters your bloodstream and signals your blood vessels to relax. It's like turning a garden hose from a tight stream to a gentle flow. Less pressure, less strain, less damage to your arteries and heart. Natural strategies? Aim for at least 2 cups of dark leafy greens daily. Raw in salads, blended in smoothies, or lightly sautéed with garlic. The key is consistency. Your body needs a steady supply of nitrates to maintain healthy nitric oxide levels. Don't cook them to death. Light steaming or raw preserves the most nutrients. And while dark leafy greens open up your blood vessels and reduce pressure, the next food on our list does something even more critical. It actively clears out the plaque that's been building in your arteries for decades. Number 3, wild-caught fatty fish, the plaque dissolver. If there's one food that cardiologists desperately wish more seniors ate for heart health, it's wild-caught fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, herring. These aren't just protein sources, they're artery cleaning machines. And the science behind them is overwhelming. Fatty fish are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These are the most studied heart protective nutrients on Earth. Here's what they do. They reduce triglycerides, the dangerous fats that clog your arteries. They lower inflammation, the fire that damages artery walls. They prevent blood clots, the immediate cause of most heart attacks. And they actually help stabilize existing plaque, making it less likely to rupture and cause a heart attack. The evidence is staggering. A massive analysis published in the Journal of the American Medical Association reviewed data from over 400,000 people. Those who ate fatty fish at least twice a week had a 36% lower risk of dying from heart disease compared to those who rarely ate fish. 36%. That's more effective than many prescription medications. Another study in the journal Circulation followed 2,000 seniors for 16 years. Those with the highest omega-3 levels in their blood lived an average of 2.2 years longer and had far fewer heart attacks, strokes, and cardiac arrests. Omega-3s weren't just protecting their hearts, they were extending their lives. Ruth, 68, had a massive wake-up call. Her cholesterol was sky-high. Her triglycerides were over 300, and her cardiologist warned her that she was at extremely high risk for a heart attack. He wanted to put her on multiple medications. Ruth asked for 3 months to try changing her diet first. She started eating wild salmon 3 times a week, sardines twice a week, and taking a high-quality fish oil supplement daily. She also cut out processed foods and added more vegetables. 3 months later, her blood work shocked everyone. Her triglycerides had dropped to 110. Her LDL cholesterol fell by 40 points. Her HDL, the good cholesterol, went up. Her doctor said he'd never seen such a dramatic improvement without medication. Fish had literally saved her life. The mechanism is profound. Omega-3s reduce the production of inflammatory molecules called cytokines. They also increase the production of molecules that resolve inflammation. This dual action cools the fire in your arteries, preventing the damage that leads to plaque buildup. They also make your blood less sticky, reducing the risk of dangerous clots. Natural strategies? Eat fatty fish at least 3 times per week. Wild-caught is preferable because it has higher omega-3 content and fewer contaminants. If you can't eat fish, take a high-quality fish oil or algae-based omega-3 supplement with at least 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA daily. Always take it with food for better absorption. And while fatty fish clears your arteries and reduces inflammation, the next food does something that was considered impossible until recently. It actually reverses arterial stiffness, making your blood vessels younger and more flexible.